Sad day. Very sad day. Hi, YouTubers and Facebookers. Welcome to another episode of Current Christian Commentary and News. Say that 3 times real fast. I'm your host, Pastor Steve. Sad day. It is Tuesday, July 7th. July 7th? No, 5th, I'm sorry. When you get old. We may have witnessed today the fall of the Republic. Now, some will say that the Republic fell long ago, and I wouldn't disagree, but by now all of you know that Her Majesty Queen Hillary Clinton has been given a pass by the FBI, and by the time you watch this, the Justice Department as well. They will not be filing charges for anything that she did wrong. Now, if you're one of those people that say, well, she didn't do anything wrong, are you kidding me? There's no excuse for having your own server, which by all accounts was made to circumvent the law. I'm not going to get into all the details. There's just no sense. We've reached the president, by design, we've reached a constitutional crisis in this country. There's hope. I'm going to explain that hope in just a minute. But, by giving Hillary Clinton a pass to help her achieve the presidency, and folks, I don't know how this is going to shake out as I make this video. I really don't know. There is obviously many possibilities. So I'll just remind everyone, and I have to keep reminding myself, God is in charge. Jesus sits at the right hand of the Father, ever waiting to make intercession for us. So is there hope? Yeah, there's hope in the Lord. Is there hope for this country? I don't know. I really just don't know. It's in the flesh. What we can see, not looking good. But our life and the events of this world are far beyond our flesh. God is in control of all of it. From the recent bombing in Saudi Arabia, which a couple of years ago, I have it on video, I'll maybe show it to you. I predicted that Mecca will be bombed by ISIS. They didn't bomb Mecca yesterday, but first time in my knowledge that bombs have been set off in Saudi Arabia. But let's get back to Hillary for a minute. It is a constitutional crisis. We're going to see upheaval and chaos like we've never seen before. I've been predicting this. I wrote in my autobiography. Now get this. I wrote this 10 years ago. In my autobiography, I told the folks when I wrote this book back in 2006, and I actually wrote it in 2004, 2005. But it was actually published in 2006. I told my readers in my autobiography that once the Obamas of this world, the Clintons of this world, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, once they gained power again. Remember, with Newt Gingrich and the contract with America, the Republicans for the first time took the House in 40 years. 40 years. And we've held the House, it's now the year 2016, we've held the House ever since. But with the spineless Republicans, and I'm not a Republican, by the way, but with the spineless Republicans under the lack of leadership of Paul Ryan, I just wish that they, as you've heard said many times, I just wish that Paul Ryan and the establishment Republicans would spend half the energy, or would have spent half the energy fighting Obama as they are fighting Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter, but you know what? It is what it is. Anybody but Hillary. I'd rather have you be president, and I don't even know you. than Hillary Clinton. But it's a sad, sad day for this republic. A couple of things are going to happen. Either there is going to be no election. That's my first guess, that there will not be an election, and that somehow President Obama, through martial law or through other gyrations, will end up staying in power. Probably through a war or an economic collapse, which I've been predicting. It's the whole reason why I started this channel. Making videos like this about Hillary Clinton and about the president will be a punishable offense one day in the near future if we don't do something to stop it now. And if just one of you would get in touch with and convince 10 other people, you don't have to agree totally. I mean, those of you that are, there are a bunch of you out there that are flat earth people. God bless you. I'm not going to argue with you whether the earth is flat or not, because it is a waste of time. Number one, we're all going to find out eventually. And number two, what difference does it make? As to quote a famous criminal, it really doesn't make a difference. And it's nothing but a distraction. Let's just say you're right. The earth is flat. Okay, now what? Yeah, thank you. Let's move on, okay? So I appreciate you watching my videos. I do. And I appreciate the plethora of opinions that are out there. But man, people, let's get down to what's serious and what's not. Where are your priorities? My priorities are this great country of ours, the United States of America, preserving the last bastion of freedom and hope. May be gone. I don't know. I mean, so maybe there'll be no election. When President Obama got elected the first time, lots of people voted for him. I mean, he won significantly the first time around. Many people admitted they voted for him simply because he was black, and the United States should have had its first black president. Yeah. Some of that thinking, of course, is going to transcend over to the first woman president. Yeah, okay, I get it. But you see what that gets us. Voting based on the face, on the color of somebody's skin is just ridiculous. Just as ridiculous as voting on their gender. I don't have a problem with a woman president. It's the policies I have a problem with. You're supposed to be a pastor. You're not supposed to talk like this. Really? I'm supposed to be a purveyor of the truth. And the truth rests in the gospel of Jesus Christ. And when liars are in power, as they are today, and as I wrote in my autobiography, they'll do everything they can to stay in power, as I wrote back in 2006. Let me show you that quote here real quick. That's the quote. And I'll put in the comments where you can buy my autobiography. Why you'd want to, I don't know. But I do make other predictions in that book talking about my life story. And I appreciate you buying the book. That's great. Every penny of the purchases goes to help my church down here in southern Arizona. So no election whatsoever. Martial law. That's probably the most likely scenario. Second scenario will be that they will literally steal the election. I'll never forget. I forget what election it was. I think it was when President Obama was last got elected. Like 98, 99, 100% of the entire districts, several of the districts in Philadelphia, 100% voting for Obama. And it's just physically impossible. That's never happened in the history of mankind. But yet, according to the official records, sure enough. So, yeah, with them rigging the voting machines, it's entirely possible they'll just steal the election. And, of course, that will cause more chaos. I'm not a big Glenn Beck fan. I don't really listen to him anymore. But, and that's, has nothing to do with him personally. I just, he's a follower of a cult. And if you're a Mormon, a member of the Latter-day Saints, I don't mean to offend you, but the truth is the truth. Mormons worship a different Jesus. Maybe I'll make a whole video on that someday, but that's not my topic today. They worship a different Jesus. Their Jesus, and you check your Mormon history, okay? Their Jesus is the brother of Lucifer. The Jesus of the Bible, the God of the Bible, he's not a created being. Theirs is. Their Jesus in the Mormon religion, they worship a Jesus that got his godhood, got his deity from all the good works that he did. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible teaches that he is God. He said he was God, and the Bible also says that nothing was made that wasn't made by him. All right, again, not what this video is about, but yeah, Glenn Beck, to his credit, I don't give credit where credit is due. Now, I've been saying this for 30 years, but about 3 years ago, Glenn Beck predicted all of this when he was on Fox News. He's absolutely right. I'm going to play a clip for you right now. It's a little bit lengthy, but hey, as I tell you often, I'm not here to get the credit or get the glory. I'm here to get the word out. And hopefully you'll send this video to some of your naive friends, and you'll subscribe, and you'll continue to learn, because I got many more. Until they shut us off or put me in jail or kick in the door and put one in my head, I'm going to keep doing what I know the Lord has called me to do. One, reach as many as possible with the gospel of Jesus Christ and his saving message. And two, tell the truth. To have a spine, to grow a pair, and to stand up for what I know is evil in this world, and particularly in the Democrat Party and this particular administration. Listen, it is a sad day. Let me show you this tape here real quick.
Unrest. I've told you about civil unrest. What they have said about me, I'm a paranoid lunatic. I'm seditious. It's suffocating vision, I think a suffocating vision of paranoia. Really. Showing you for a year in advance, I told you unrest was coming to Europe, and then it's coming here. I have shown you now, in the last few months, the actual unrest and violence in the streets of Europe. Again, today in Greece, the union shut down public transportation. Who did I tell you would do that? The unions. Students are taking to the streets again in England over possible tuition hikes. I told you that would happen a year ago. We showed you the burning cars. We've showed you how they are mirroring the failed economic policies here in America. I'm a paranoid lunatic, seditious. This must just be suffocating paranoia. Now, let me ask you this. Are they willing now to say the same thing about the Pentagon? Because they have been wargaming an economic crisis for almost 2 years now. One of these war games was called Unified Quest 2011. Listen to what they are preparing for at the Pentagon.
In that wargaming series, they're looking at the implications of large-scale economic breakdown inside the United States that would force the Army to keep, quote, domestic order among civil unrest, and force the Army to deal with fragmented global power and drastically lower budgets.
That's weird. That's weird. That's just paranoid lunatics. They're seditious over there at the Pentagon, I guess. Now, what would be some of the things that might cause civil unrest? Well, let me show you a picture today from theblaze.com. It's of the Alaskan National Guard taking part in an exercise here for civil unrest. Oh, what does the guy have, the demonstrator have? Well, it's a sign that says, "Food now." Well, why would he need a sign like that? Oh, yeah, that's right. The suffocating vision of paranoia. Food shortage, or food being scarce, or food just being too expensive because coming inflation. Absolutely without merit, and I'm mentally ill. Really? The National Guard is going for that, along with the Pentagon. I've talked about the importance for preparing for tough times, having enough food and supplies, getting out of debt, being self-reliant. The reaction, without merit, doomsday, probably mentally ill. But when Time magazine posts an article, Impending Crisis, Earth to run out of food by 2050, I'm sure this is some sort of green nightmare. This is good journalism. The only people I trust in the government, only ones I trust, are the military. The military is preparing. Are you? But the military, I believe, are being boxed into a corner by people who actually have their hands on the levers of power. And it is those holding the levers of power that have been creating the conditions to make these scenarios possible. And that goes anywhere from Harry Reid to Obama, all the way to the kingmaker himself, George Soros. Not the guy who has a stupid show at 5 p.m. or 2 p.m. Pacific. I mean, who am I up against in the Pacific Coast? The Price is Right. The media will demonize and glorify whom they want. The point of this monologue is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're me or Soros or the Pentagon or economic experts. It doesn't matter. We're now all saying the same thing. I've been saying it for 2 years. That should tell you something that they've now joined. Because the next thing on the docket is to control the media and to control food prices. Civil unrest and rising food prices and controlling the media. Oh, December 20th, FCC votes on the internet. If anybody doesn't believe this government is capable of doing these kinds of things, you're out of your mind. If you don't think the government could come in and take your gun, you're out of your mind. Let me show you this. You don't think that they're going to run roughshod over your civil rights? See this woman here? Probably never seen it. You should know her. Watch the video. This is the aftermath of Katrina.
I don't want to go because I got plenty.
Mandatory evacuation. Everybody in the...
See, this is why I didn't want to let you guys come in.
No, ma'am.
Because I wanted her in here, and all you guys come in, and I knew this
Stop the tape here. Stop the tape here. She doesn't want to let them in. They want to take her gun. A law-abiding citizen. Do they take it? And what happens? Watch. Yeah, they throw her against the wall.
You got a gun. Relax now.
Yeah, they took it. A law-abiding citizen. How old is she? 80? She hadn't broken any laws. Her guns were forcibly taken from her. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, they'll never do that again. They did it then. Oh, well, they'll never put troops on the ground. Posse comitatus, you know, or Rock Me Amadeus, or whatever. President won't do that. Well, first of all, right. Second of all, remember the president established a little council of governors? They said it was just to prepare for a national crisis situation. President Obama established this little council that would involve the National Guard in Homeland Defense and civil support and synchronization and integration of all state and federal military activities inside the United States. Oh. But forget about that. Now just go back to sleep. Forget. Shh, it's okay.
And there you have it. With just a few minor changes, Glenn Beck was dead on with that video when he appeared on Fox News a couple years ago. Again, I've been saying this stuff for 30 years. What do we do about it? We get to as many people who have their head buried in the sand and hope that they open up their eyes and hope that maybe just that the Lord would give us his grace one last time and give us one last chance to turn this country around. Sadly, many Christians won't even vote for Trump because he's not a Christian. He's not running for pastor of the United States, folks. He's running for commander-in-chief, not preacher-in-chief, all right? Wasn't my choice. I wasn't supporting him, but I sure as heck don't want Hillary and the evil Democrats who are nothing but a bunch of liars, baby killers, and thieves who will take more of your money through taxation than they'll take as much as they can until they take it all. And when you're useless to them, they will discard you. Story for another day. Listen, man, God's blessing to you and yours. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll check you next time. I have several more videos in the can right now that I'm going to come out with. So I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you stay tuned. Hit me up in the comments. God bless you, man. We'll see you soon. Sad, sad day. It really is.